She said to me, "Looks like you enjoyed your day off on July 4th. I said, "As a matter of fact, I did. I hope you enjoyed Independence Day too." She said, "I loved the first one, but without Will Smith, the second one sucked." Oh my God. Don't get mad at me. I ain't mad at you. I didn't make this history. But some Caucasian people, white people in Europe and Great Britain came over and started the process of committing mass genocide with the natives that were here. Okay? And they were fighting amongst themselves as well with the Spaniards. I will be waiting for you. French. How could you do this? You betray me. Land grab. The British citizens that were here, they didn't want to have to pay for it, so they fought. They said, "Hey man, we're just going to break away from you so we can, keep some more of this money in our pockets. We don't have to pay so many of these taxes, at least without being represented." And that's what the 4th of July is all about. So nationally recognized as a federal holiday. Everybody gets off. You know what the main thing is? Spend all that money on those hot dogs. So what's the big deal? About $7 billion is estimated to be spent for just this one day. How much? $7 billion. Did you hear what I said? $7 billion just for one day. I get money. Money I got. I get it. Just think. While you're thinking about it's all about patriotism and whatnot, think if that money didn't get spent each year, how would that affect the economy? Rapper 50 Cent files for bankruptcy. Now, because if we really want to talk about celebrating and being free, just last month, a few weeks back, there was this little holiday called Juneteenth. There should have been a real recognized celebration. That's when, for people who don't know, that's when Abraham Lincoln had signed the Emancipation Proclamation, which let Texas and a couple of the other states that were down deep in the South. Down South is where I stay. Down. We won the war. Slaves are free everywhere else. I've been freedom a long time ago. Y'all just didn't get word. I guess y'all didn't get the communication. Did you not get the memo? But y'all need to stop, with the slavery. It's been abolished. We're letting go of that. We're done with it. So we celebrate, Juneteenth as a recognition of that. But there's no holiday, and it was on Monday. Could at least get a 3-day weekend. Mondays suck. No one cares. I mean, that's people's lives. They were getting tortured. Luger's got him in the torture rack. And no holiday. But for the 4th of July, because some citizens here didn't like the taxes that they were getting levied against them, they decided to break away and become their own individual nation or country, and they fought for it after that. So now we celebrate that. And during this time, like I said, they were committing genocide against the native people that were there, and slavery was in full steam ahead, a full-blown epidemic. Oh my God. But yay! I believe they spent, how much did they spend? They spent like $2 million or something, some crazy outrageous number on beer and other alcohol. Shots to celebrate our independence. Celebrating our independence with alcohol dependence. So basically, there's a bunch of white people that lived in different countries over in Europe came over and discovered America. Discovered a champion in you. Even though there were already people here who it belonged to, started to wipe them out. No one cares. Field land grab, fought that out. No one cares. So the other white people said, hey, don't make us pay for this. These other white people said, no, you're going to pay for that. And they said,
You can't triple stamp or double stamp. You can't triple stamp or double stamp. Lloyd, would you look at these fools?
You know what? We're going to become our own nation. And they said, hey, that's not right. You belong to us.
We belong together.
So they fought over it while they were still committing mass genocide with the native people.
No one cares.
While slavery was in full steam ahead.
No one cares.
We're in chains over here.
So chain.
But we're expected to celebrate this day as if it really means something. They weren't enslaved. They weren't being tortured. Anything like that. They were just being taxed.
And I want my doggone percentage.
They were being taxed. And they didn't like it. They said, you're taking too much money out of my pocket. So we're going to fight for it. So now we're celebrating by drinking ridiculous amounts of beer and alcohol, chips and hot dogs, soda.
Yep, hope y'all happy now.
Going to picnics, which has a horrible, horrible racial origin. Get to that at another date though. They're estimated to spend about $7 billion. $7 billion. When someone tells you it's not about the money, don't let them lead you astray.
If it ain't about the money, trick, you can miss me with it. Trick, you can miss me with it. Turn it.
$7 billion for one day. For one day. Just think, just for a second. What would happen to the economy if we just stopped celebrating this holiday? Pumping that $7 billion into the economy. What would happen to the U.S. economy? About 2008, and the years right before then and after that were bad.
No one cares.
Those hot dogs I had, which I won't be purchasing again, there are 5 of them in a bag, or in a package. They're like $3.60 something cents. You say, man, what kind of hot dogs were those? I'll get into that in another video. But I was just part of the system, pumping money into the economy. So when people tell you it's about patriotism and loving your country and all that, what are we really celebrating? The genocide of the native people? The mass theft of their land? The enslavement, the torture, breaking up of the families of the black, the Africans? While slavery was in full bore? The Declaration of Independence that was signed and established over money.
There have been a lot of lies set around this dinner table here tonight, but that you can believe.
Recognize the natives, doesn't recognize the black Africans even as people, and just only a few notches above us, just a few notches above us, you have women. Women hardly had any rights. They were seen as people. Well, at least white women were. But they definitely didn't have as many rights as the Caucasian man, male. What are we really celebrating? Just last month, about 3 weeks ago, there was a real holiday. Emancipation Proclamation. Juneteenth. You say, what is Juneteenth? Because when they were fighting in the war, they had freed the slaves everywhere.
Not everywhere.
But they didn't have Twitter, they didn't have Facebook or anything like that, Snapchat. They didn't have all that. So it just took a long time for the word to travel through all the states. So the people down in the deep south, they had no idea that the slaves had been freed.
And the ones that did know didn't want to set them free.
That they finally got word down around about that time, by the 19th of whenever, I don't know what, I can't remember what year it was. You know, please forgive me. But around that time is when they finally got word that, hey, in Texas, hey, stop with the slavery. They're free. So that's why we celebrate, you know, as our Juneteenth. Juneteenth was on a Monday this year. Did y'all get out of work? Hell no.
Any mass celebrations?
Oh, sir. Of course not. Don't be ridiculous.
But you enjoy your Budweiser, enjoy your pretzels, your popcorn, your glorious firework displays, and your $3.60 hot dogs. Because that's what it's all about. These ideas, they're neither wrong nor right. They're just my views on life. I'm Ironman from the music group Lottery, Showtime Records. Let's get it, baby. Feel free to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. We really and truly appreciate it. Leave all your interesting comments right down below, especially the ones where you disagree with everything that I just said. And then subscribe so you don't miss any of the newest and latest views.